Yo, what's going on? Appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of Welcome Home Dad. I'm your host, Terrence. Today we have a very special guest on the show, my man Manny, aka Lightskin Living. This is the first episode of a live stream video. For those of you guys wanting to be a part of the show, this is the way that we're going to have to do it, is a live stream. So if you want to join in, please shoot me an email. It's going to be welcomehomedad1989@gmail. Once again, that's welcomehomedad1989@gmail. Please like, share, and subscribe. That's welcome_home_dad. Like I said, I got my man Lightskin Living on here today. Doing something different. Definitely one of the family friends that we met back in Orlando. So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get into this episode today. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We're gonna go, Manny, if you can go ahead and introduce yourself and let the people know who you are.
Shoot, what's going on, everybody? Manny, the nickname. For those who know, Lightskin, the producer name. For the most part, man, I just be chilling to myself. I used to be quiet for the most part. Love playing video games in my spare time. Living in Georgia, feeling good out here, and for the most part, I just be chilling with my wife. That's really all I be doing. Yeah. Okay, so I am. Gotta make sure. 28. Okay, gotta make sure that's right. I got 5 brothers, 2 sisters. So I came from a big family. We're all tight, real tight, closely knitted together. Growing up, it was always just us and stuff like that. So for the most part, I'm like real family oriented, stuff like that. So my brothers was basically my friends growing up. So that's really how it was. And if you meet either of us, you're gonna know like we're all the same person. From the way we laugh, from the way how we talk, how we present each other, how we present ourselves, stuff like that. That's really much it in regards to the family aspect. Shout out to them, of course. Now, originally, so I was born in Long Island, New York. I moved when I was in middle school, so it's hard to tell people that I'm from New York because I really from New York. You know what I'm saying? I ain't roamed the streets. I was too young to do any of that stuff. But yeah, so we grew up from Long Island, New York, and we moved in middle school, and we were kind of like back and forth. But then we went down to Port St. Lucie, Florida, and that's where I kind of spent like majority of my adulting to turning into an adult life in Port St. Lucie, and then from there we just kind of like everybody kind of ventured out at their own different specific times. For me, it was just from Port St. Lucie to Orlando, Tampa, and then now in Georgia right now. So, yeah, but I guess I can rep Florida. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's tough, man. Growing up in high school, I was a heavy Knicks fan. All my I used to have arguments in class all the time about the Knicks versus the Heat. That's when LeBron was on the Heat. So like, I have a deep hatred for the Heat just for that alone, because we was like back and forth in that aspect of things. But now current days, I chilled out on all that stuff. I guess you could say I'm a Knicks fan for sure, but at the same time, like I would like to rep Atlanta stuff. So I keep poking in and out on the things that happens with the other Hawks and stuff like that. So I guess it just kind of spread thin, but basketball really is the only kind of sport that I really keep up with or watch in a sense. So I'll start off with the name. Back in like 2014, when it was like they had the light skin meme videos, you know what I'm saying, with the light skin face and stuff like that. So I used to do that a lot, you know what I'm saying, because I'm light skinned and I could just do that, right? But I would always just do it for fun. Now the thing was like when I shifted off into college, I went to UCF. Again, I do the light skin face all the time, so my coworkers and my several different classmates would just call me light skin. With that alone, my other homies started calling me light skin too. Whenever I joined an Xbox chat party, shout out to my man Rob, Money Man Rob, you know what I'm saying? RJ45, you know what they do. Whenever I joined to the Xbox parties, it started with that light skin, right? So getting into music now, switch the topic up a little bit. I was originally going to school for coaching basketball. And when I was like literally at the last part of my semester, I'm basically finished all my classes. I already got the graduation date down and all that other stuff. I was just like, man, I don't want to do this no more. So I was tight, you know what I'm saying? I spent a whole 2-something years, you know, saying dedicated towards coaching basketball, and then all of a sudden at the very end of it, I'm just like, yeah, I'm cool off of this. I don't really want to do this no more. So I was kind of like annoyed at the time period. So I was just trying to find different hobbies of what I can do, you know. And my brother Matt Juice, the artist, shout out to my dog. He used to use FL Studio, so I would just talk to him about making beats every now and then. He showed me beats every now and then, so I just decided to download it myself, and I just started making beats. From then, that's when I again just started making music. Didn't take it seriously for a minute, but in the process of doing so, that's when I had to come up with the tag name Lightskin. So in the process of me thinking about it, trying to figure out where it came from and stuff like that, I would think back to every time I joined my Xbox chat, my boy Rob had him with the Lightskin every time I came through.
Yeah.
So that's originally where Lightskin came from.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, Lightskin, of course, how many, I guess, records? Yeah, is that the right terminology? How many records or how many albums have you put together for artists to come like find you, or kind of, I guess, how would artists find you? Is it through the albums, or how do you stream it, or what's like your process for artists to find you?
So definitely through Instagram, Light Skin Living. If you go on my Instagram, it has links to all the different tapes and stuff that I did drop. It's 4 different tapes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And with some of the playlists that my music had got onto, I'll have just random people shoot me a text on Instagram saying, "Oh, yo, I heard X, Y, and Z off of Spotify or Apple Music or wherever the case may be." And all my links, you know, Instagram and everything is still linked to Spotify. So that's usually that people reach out to me that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely through Instagram is the best way just to find out the music. I just drop beat tapes, so not really much lyrics on any of them at all. It's just how I'm feeling when I'm creating the beats with the music that I have, and I just put it out there.
Definitely. And for all those, like I said, that tune in to the episodes, I appreciate y'all and the music that you do here. 9 times out of 10 is this guy right here, Lightskin. So shout out to him. Like I said, I will. I'll put his link into the description here in the video, so that way you can. It's already in the video and all the videos. If you go back and check out any of the podcasts that I shoot that has his music on there, his link is actually in the description as well. So it's always love to the fam, to the home team. But yeah, man, definitely excited for him. Like I said, he's on break right now, y'all. So you got to get some of the classics. You got to get some of the classics for right now. You know, he's on break. But the classics is still heat, though. I'm just letting y'all know they still heat, man. But he's worked with quite a few artists. You know, we won't go into super in depth, but he's definitely worked with some artists before. Shoot, man, like I said, he does great work, great personality too, as well, as y'all can tell. Light skin. Now I know we're not gonna touch too much on it. I know obviously you did the beats, that was your whole ordeal. But what are you currently doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, without getting super in depth to it, what are you currently doing work-wise right now?
All right. So work-wise, I'm definitely in IT. Just trying to make sure that I'm getting everything squared up and straight away. I took a pause on the beats real quick because it wasn't, you know, getting any type of income or anything like that. It was just kind of just doing it as a passion project. Yeah. So definitely just trying to make sure I can get my family straight. You know what I'm saying? Got a new little one on the way. So you gotta make sure.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that. Gotta make sure daddy holding down the household. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes, sir. Yeah. Appreciate that. You know, I know we used to mess around back in the day, and I used to be like, yeah, bro, just live life, man. Just live life. You know, and nah, man, don't get me wrong. Like, I love my girls. I love my kids, man. I'm done. That's it for me. I'm two girls, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just, right now, it's just enjoy life. But obviously, when you find a great partner and, you know, you guys are on the same page, of course, I'm assuming that you guys are on the same page about this. I'm pretty sure your wife is just as excited as you are. This is a new journey for both of you guys, because clearly this is child number 1. from you guys. Now, are we disclosing the gender, or are we keeping that private?
I don't know how she would feel about that, to be honest.
Right.
But we've been telling everybody. I mean, but you know. But
I know. I'm just saying. I didn't know if you want. I didn't know if you want them to know or whatever. Because we can circle back. Nah, we gonna say that. We gonna say that because we come back and we do a catch up video, and they can find out what it was.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
But when
let's
are we expecting the newborn to be here though?
Yeah. See, almost got me there. I think I may have messed up. But anyway, if y'all heard that, what's we call it? We are expecting. I can't refer to that person in third person. It's kind of hard. I'm usually doing that.
Yeah.
But expecting them towards I'ma say start of middle of June. I'ma say middle of June.
Okay, definitely.
Because they decide when they want to come.
Yeah, they definitely do that. They definitely do that. Let's say in there for a little minute and you gotta get pushed out a little earlier. But now this is clearly, like I said, welcome home, Dad. Whether single, married, divorced, brand new father, old father, whatever. We still dads. It don't matter if you guys are not a father either. This is a podcast for all men, different walks of life. But clearly, Manny, this is a new walk for you. So this is a new walk in fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? You're going from single guy, girlfriend, together relationship, and now it's like it's not just y'all two anymore. Now it's gonna be y'all two and the fresh one in the crib.
Yep.
So, I mean, is that something that you're ready for, or is it like you don't do that much? So it's like I got a lot of time on my hand, or how do you kind of see that played out, in your head as walking into the fresh stages of fatherhood?
Alright, so I actually want to say something real quick first. It's funny because the first thing how you said, how you used to tell me enjoy life and stuff like that. before telling you and John that we pregnant, that's the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, I know he's gonna say something like that. I know he's gonna say it's too early, bro.
So I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna just keep it real because I was telling somebody, I was like, man, my homeboy is like my brother. He's light skinned. I know you see me dark skin. You know what I'm saying? But it's me, him, my cousin. He's like a brother. I was like, he's like the baby of the group. So I always tell this nigga. I know a lot of y'all don't hear me cuss, but I be like, I always tell this nigga, bro, just enjoy life. You want to live fatherhood, just live it through me, you live it through us. I always tell them. So I told them, and they was like, well, aren't you supposed to be happy? Well, I was like, I am happy, but I'm like, I'm not happy because I told this nigga. So I told him, hey, man, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I still congratulate him. I mean, it's a step, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
it is a process because we all go through it. I went through it. And it was a learning experience because clearly there's no manuals when it comes to raising a kid or especially a newborn. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the fact of you and your girl being on that same page, different. I'm not saying y'all have different parenting styles, but growing up in different households, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And bringing those two things together. Now, I know, like you said, you was trying to explain, how that's going to be like. How would you explain that process for you when it comes to prepping yourself to have a newborn in the house?
So honestly, it's nothing really new too much for me, especially because growing from a big family, you know what I'm saying? My sisters have kids. So I was used to the environment of having babies around, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the primary one to, you know what I'm saying, to have to pick them up, change them every time that they're crying, anything like that. But as an uncle, I was always there for them, and still am always there for my nieces and nephews for sure. Yeah. So when it comes to kids, it was really nothing new for me. And same thing in regards for Liza as well too. Like it really wasn't nothing new for her because she was always around raising her siblings and stuff like that. So the only difference that I'm feeling is just like being the one, like I'm the number one person that has to feed them change, buy diapers, clothes, and all that stuff. That's the only difference. But in regards to like the crying and all the other stuff, I know I'm gonna have to experience that firsthand. But it's just now that I am the person that has to go take care of them.
Definitely.
That's just the one that.
The responsibilities of that, man.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know, and I know you said that you had a big family, and none of that stuff is new to you, newborn and everything. Now, growing up, was your dad in the household as well? Was it you all together, or how was your household growing up with your family, like parent life?
So it was a little bit different. So my mom and dad were together, but my mom took us away from New York because she didn't like the environment that we were in New York.
Yeah.
The gangs and stuff, all that stuff. So she took us away from there. My dad, though, he had the high paying job in New York. So he stayed in New York to support us from, New York and in Florida at the same time. So they both weren't in the household together.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they still worked together.
Gotcha.
That's what it was. Well, I had my father around like financially, but like he wasn't physically there. But I know exactly why he wasn't physically there. And so my mom was basically a stay-at-home mom. She would just take care of us, make sure that we go to school, we're doing all of our work and stuff like that. So that's the kind of household that we grew up in. And then not to mention us having a whole bunch of siblings, we were all kind of looking out for each other as well too.
Okay, gotcha. No, I feel that. So I guess a question to you would be, since you said your dad stayed back in New York and was kind of like the financial provider, or pretty much you would say the provider, and then your mom, how you was explaining her, was like the nurturer, stay-at-home mom, but clearly your dad was still in your life, but he wasn't physically there just because of the difference of state, living in two different states. Now, if they were to be together in the same household with you guys, would you say that's what the game plan would have been still if they were together in the same household with you guys?
And you talk about from their game plan?
No, like if your dad was not in New York and he was back in Florida with you guys, would you say that he would be still doing the same thing that he was doing while he was living in New York, and your mom would still be a stay-at-home mom?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because he was in HVAC, so what I'm saying, they earn money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs some AC units fixed every now and then.
Yes,
so
sir.
For sure. But it was just a matter of the fact that he had connections and contacts in New York to already have that. Whereas if he had went down to Florida, you got to start back all over again. And then when you got 8 kids, trying to start all over again, it's like a situation that you don't really want to put yourself in or your children in.
God dang, boy, yeah.
Yes,
sir. Hey, I feel that, man. Now, so see, I like this though. So we take this down another loophole. Now we transition into your life. Now, is that something that you're in your plan? And I'm not trying to get all up in your business, you know what I'm saying? I'm just taking it just so if somebody else is having the same issues or whatever the case may be, because obviously your dad was in your life. Now, is that something that you're going to continue now that this is a different time and era? You know how we have recessional stuff, financial things, and sometimes this is my financial side speaking, where sometimes it might need a household to have 2 incomes, you know what I'm saying? But in your instance, seeing the examples that you had, is that something that you're going to follow?
Personally, I do believe so, and that's something that we both agree on too, Eliza and myself as well. I think that it is important, obviously, to 2 incomes is important. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you guys always have something. But at the same time, I think it's even more important to make sure that you have somebody there for the child at all times. I'm not the kind of person we're not the kind of people that are just gonna take our child. You know what I'm saying? We always want to make sure that we are there for them and available for them. And I feel like growing up, that was always a plus for us. Growing up. If I needed my mom, I could say, hey, I need this for school, I need that, or whatever the case may be. And she would work and try to find a way to get it for us. So I definitely think that in regards to the staying home, taking care of the household, stuff like that, I would definitely want her to do that. And while I maintain, just take care of everything else financially wise. So that's something that I personally love seeing them do with my parents and stuff like that.
Gotcha, man. No, that's a blessing. That's great. And everybody's household is different, so that's a plus side. So I mean, using my example for myself, It was just I grew up in the household with my grandmother and my dad. Sometimes it was just my dad when we used to live in the military life. But currently now, I mean, personally, growing up with two girls, I would say I was at the time. Me and their mom wasn't at a stage in our life where we were financially able for, one to just always work. And times were different, so I guess we could have did that. But we both were like on a mission of like, okay, well, we both need to work. And then before we had my oldest, we of course then were like, okay, well, you work part time, I'll work the full time, But I wish things could have been different where, hey, I didn't have to send my kid to daycare or whatever. She can stay at home with her mom, do stuff there, because like you said, it is better as a child growing up to where it's like, okay, well, my mom is here. And they say statistically it is better for your child to stay at home rather than, being dropped off at daycare, VBK, or even in schooling. People use that as a daycare for their children until they get home. And we won't talk about that, but that's a crazy life. So, but I mean, like I said, I applaud you guys for that, especially at 28 in your early 20s. And that's something that I'm glad that you guys have been discussing. And if you guys caught on to what he said that's something that they both agreed upon. A lot of us get into situations in our relationship where it's like one wants to do something this way, the other one wants to do something another way, and then now we're butting heads. But like you said, it was something that you guys agreed upon to do. Now I always feel like I butcher her name, Eliza.
Oh, you froze up. Hold on.
Am I back?
Hold on. Oh yeah, you back.
Okay, yeah. I listen. I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all gonna see this in the live. I can't really cut it out. So, it might be my Wi-Fi because I'm not as fancy as Manny over there. He probably got the best over there.
Man.
But
hardwired over here.
But like I said, I always feel like I butcher her name now, Eliza. If I say that,
okay, you got it right. You got it right. You got it right for the live, baby. Glad you got it right.
Man,
she gonna be watching it too.
You know what I'm saying? But now for her, is she still working right now, or is she just kind of waiting until the baby gets here and just kind of take a break?
So she's still working right now. It's about to get to that time where I'm gonna tell her just to take a break. Just focus on yourself. Make sure that she's doing the yoga daily, walking daily, and all that other stuff. Because I don't want an 8-hour shift taken away from her to be able to focus on our child too much. You know what I'm saying? So because when she works, she gets off, she's straight tired. I'd rather her in that time period, stretching, making sure that when it comes time for us to give birth, that she's gonna be able to do that efficiently. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be time, like real short, real soon. I'm gonna tell her just to take a break and just focus on just yourself.
Nah, I feel that, man. And so I just want to follow up with another question. Now I know we kind of touched upon family life. Have a big family and how you and Eliza are gonna be bringing your child up together, and just agreeing on different things. Now, when it comes to, I guess you would say, some things that you want to see in the community, just taking the kid out, taking your newborn out of the picture. When it comes to seeing things that should be changed in the community, what are some things that you would want to be spoken on, or you would want to touch on, that you would want to change in the community for the next generations to come?
Tough question, to be honest. But I would more so say basically just like it's something as simple as being a good person and wanting to listen to people. You know what I'm saying? Not a single person doesn't have all the answers, and from generation to generation we did things wrong which we may have not noticed. But as we talk to our different peers, we want them to kind of understand and notice the things that they did wrong to us, that we did wrong to them. So that's kind of like the community that I would want to center around our child. Just people that are just good-hearted, happy kind people that are just willing to listen and receive.
Gotcha. Definitely. And that's a great point right there. Listening and receiving. Like, literally, man, I can't say it enough. And it's something I'm teaching my girls, something that I continuously have to teach myself as well, because even as a grown man, I don't know everything. I go through life, and shoot, sometimes my 11-year-old teaches me something that I didn't even. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, but and shoot, sometimes I do have to sit back and listen to her, and whether she's 11, and have to look at it from a different point of view, and even with people that are my peers or people that I hang out with, or just get to know on a daily basis. It's just sometimes you have to sit back and listen, because you have to take that criticism, you have to take being corrected sometimes, and you have to receive it whether you don't like it or not. But like I said, man, that's some great touch points there.
My coach always, my coach always tell us, we got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, so you gotta listen more than you speak. So that's something that I just keep in mind all the time, like just listen.
Yeah, you got to, man. Just listen. I know before we get up out of here, was there, do you have any, it's the time be rolling on here.
That's crazy.
Especially because of the fact it's on the live, and it's just, with the live stuff, we just be strolling and rolling. I'm working on some stuff here for we want to make things a little different on the live streams than we do in person. Shout out to Manny though, because he's still the first person to get on the live stream.
Yeah, I'm saying, hey,
Lightskin, like I said, we gonna put his link. It's already in the description below anyway. But we definitely gonna put his Instagram so you guys can check out some more of his tapes, more of his music. Manny, before we get out of here, do you have like a quote or motivational saying that you could share with us, or anything inspirational that you would love to share with the people out here watching it today?
Shoot, man, I ain't really an inspirational person, you know what I'm saying? I like to stay in the closet, stay myself, you know what I'm saying? But something that I always tell, my quote is, I don't talk much, but I lead a lot. It really explains who I am, man. I don't really like to talk much. I don't really like to venture out, you know what I'm saying? My wife got me venturing out a lot of stuff. But I just keep quiet, stay to myself, listen to other people, watch things, learn things for myself, and then I take that and then, just share that leadership within myself in the best way possible. So that's what I can think of off the top of my head. Sir.
And what was the line one more time? What's the line one more time for us?
Because I don't talk much, but I lead a lot.
Yes, sir. He don't talk much, but he lead a lot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
that is the tape name too. That's the tape name. Yes, sir.
And that's one of the tape names.
Oh, you froze.
Oh, Lord. And see, this is why we get up out of here, because it's the freezing.
Are you still frozen?
God dang. Now we back. See, this is why we getting up out of here.
Yeah.
Freezing.
Yeah, you back.
But I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta get better internet. I apologize. We working over here. But yeah, man, we don't talk much though, but we lead a lot. That's all it is. That's all.
You feel me?
But hey, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in on this episode of Welcome Home Dad. You know what I'm saying? I got my man Manny, Emmanuel Scott, aka Lightskin. Y'all already know who I am, but if you guys haven't yet, please like, share, subscribe. Yes, sir, DJ Lumi, but y'all know about that. Yeah, we ain't touching on that.
That's the tag too.
But yeah, man, please like, share, subscribe. Welcome _home_dad. That's on the YouTube channel. And if you want to be a part of the show, you got a story to share, please hit me up at welcomehomedad1989@gmail. That's welcomehomedad1989@gmail.com. Once again, I'm Terrence. That's your boy Manny, and we out, y'all.
You feel me?